So today we're gonna do something different. I haven't uploaded in like forever, so this what I'm gonna do today is kind of in the theme of the Euros coming up on Saturday. In fact, whether this gets out on there on time, I bloody hope so because this is a prediction video. So as you can tell on here is the Euro predictor on UEFA, and you pretty much just choose who you reckon is gonna place in their group, and then brackets and all that stuff, and who's going to win it, most importantly. So, above all, go straight for Group A, which is the host league, obviously, host group. So I reckon, obviously, favourites to win. You got to tip France. Outstanding team. I reckon they're going to go really far this competition. And then obviously the following ones, obviously you've got Switzerland, Romania, or Albania. I mean, it's only one team to come second there. It's obviously Switzerland, and then I'm not too sure who's in Albania, but I have to go Romania for third. It's common knowledge, and if you tick here, you can see the most popular prediction, and 63% of people doing this chose exactly the same as me. So you can clearly tell it's a enjoyable and not enjoyable, so I say a popular finishing group. Now on to Group B, which is my favourite team. Obviously, because I come from there, which most people would know. So, being English and all, I still reckon England are going to come first. However, they're probably going to lose on penalties again. Just got a feeling. And then you've got Wales, Slovakia, and Russia. I think Slovakia anyway. We'll find out. But I reckon Wales will come second or third. I don't reckon Russia will manage it this year. They've got a decent team, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen them do too well recently, from what I've seen anyway. So I'm going to put Wales for second and Slovakia third. And there you go. And then they are. So you see 31% of people decided to put Slovakia fourth. However, predictions, there's always dark horses and all that. So you never know. So now on to Group C, Ukraine, Poland, Northern Ireland, Germany. There's only two teams really in this. It's Poland and Germany. And Germany, I reckon they're going to go just as far as France. Final plus, not final, semi-final plus. Easy. And then you've got Poland, which is just common sense. But then you've got Ukraine or Northern Ireland, and Ukraine have a really good team this year. I've got players from everywhere. I'm not going to bother saying their names because I'm just going to, no point. So obviously they can put them third, and annoyingly from the British Isles, Northern Ireland aren't going to make the cut this year. So Group D, I reckon, is one of the toughest ones. Turkey, Spain, Czech, and Croatia. It's going to be tough because Czech Republic have been playing amazingly. Croatia have a stacked midfield. Spain, well, they're the reigning champions of Europe. So obviously then you've got Turkey, who I find is the dark horse in this group. So if I put Turkey anywhere, yes, that's going to be third or second in this group. And I believe Spain, they've went back to the old ways of just picking winners. So players from Real Madrid and all that stuff. So I still believe Spain will come first, even though they stuffed up in World Cup. And then here for me, I'm going to put Croatia. Like Arsene Wenger said it, they're his favourite team. They're his team is going to pick to win it. So got to stick with him. Makes sense. And I am going to put Turkey third. Annoying with Czech, Arsenal players. It's a bit of a shame, but I don't reckon they're going to have that enough to beat Turkey, who have just an all-round average squad who will manage to get who play up wins and all that. Group E, another group who a deadly group with Sweden, Ireland, Italy, and Belgium. So I've been hearing a lot of people don't reckon Sweden will make it past the group stage because of Ibrahimovic. They don't reckon Ibra will carry them. But then again, you've got teams like Ireland, Italy, and Belgium to face against, and it's pretty difficult. But they did beat Wales recently, so it's that kind of put in. But I definitely reckon Belgium's going to top their group. Italy have an amazing squad as well. You know, you got to put them second, and now it's just against Sweden, and Ireland. Ireland, all I can think about is don't have that many players, but it's whether the fact one man Ibra will face a drunk Irish team pretty much, and I reckon they will. I reckon Ireland won't make it this year, and obviously you've got Group F. There's only one winner in this one, isn't it? You talk about one man team, you think about Ronaldo straight away, but there are so many other players in this group, in this team. Nani, and that's one. That's just one other one. You've got Pepe at centre back. There's so many players I can't even think off the top of my head. So definitely them. Austria, you know, over Ireland and Hungary. Yeah, because Hungary. But second any day. If anything, I would maybe even say Austria to come first in that group because of Ronaldo's ego might ruin it. But they did win 7-0, I think, last night against Estonia. So very high chance they'll top that group, coming into this Euros. Then you've got Ireland or Hungary. I'm not too sure about these two. Either way, I reckon they're going to come fourth. But obviously, for these reasons, I reckon Hungary is going to come third in this. So now we've got to pick third place qualifiers. So it's the four best teams that qualify. The four best teams that qualified third in their group stage. So in other words, the teams with the most points in third go through. So now to pick four. So obviously I'm going to have to say Sweden. I reckon they will make it through. Same with Turkey. Ukraine. Yep, I definitely think so. Now it's got Slovakia and Romania and Hungary. I'm just going to say Hungary because why not? I don't reckon they're going to make it. I don't reckon they're good enough. In all honesty, I'm sorry, but I don't reckon they have that cutting edge against the likes of Romania and Slovakia. And just because I just reckon Slovakia is going to get through over Romania. They have maybe one player from Romania, it's Pantelimon. That's all I know of. I don't reckon they'll make it through even further than that. So now we've got the knockout stage. So this is where we pick out all the round of 16, quarterfinals, blah 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 blah. So first off is Switzerland against Poland, which I reckon is going to be an amazing match to watch. You've got Lewandowski against a really young team in Switzerland, and obviously you've got a bunch of other players in there. But I do reckon it's the Switzerland's year. I reckon they're a good, decent team. They came second in their group, I think. Don't quote me on that. I don't really know. Spain against Sweden. It could be an upset there. I'm not gonna lie. I would reckon Sweden could beat Spain, but because of Spain had that amazing team, I don't reckon one amazing player will beat a whole amazing team. So just on that, I have to pick Spain. No other choice. England went against Turkey. No, I said Turkey were the dark horses, and I've got to think with my heart instead of my brain. No, I've got to think with my brain instead of my heart. Either or, I'm gonna obviously have to choose England. I reckon England have a good team this year, but I would if this isn't the way the Euros will go. Well, I would take Turkey any other way to get past that next stage, get to the semis. I reckon they can make it, or quarterfinals, should I say, not semis. And then you've got Portugal against Italy, which I reckon will be an amazing thing to watch. And obviously, it's going to be how old Ronaldo? 29. This next Euro is going to be 4 years. It's going to be 33. And still, I don't reckon he'll have that much potential in that 4 years' time. So I reckon they're going to play for him. Whilst Italy have a bunch of young players to come through. I'm not sure, they're probably building on from the past few years. They've been doing awful recently. So even though they did not England out in the World Cup, it is a tough one, this is. But gonna have to pick Portugal, because I remember watching England against Portugal in the World Cup match, which was like 2008. 8, no, 10, 2010 World Cup, and then I watched it, and England, I think, got knocked out by Portugal, and I would love to see that match happen again. That's why I'm picking Portugal, just for that pure reason. Don't reckon Italy better than Portugal. Don't Portugal better than Italy. I just reckon I just want that match to happen in particular. So, then you've got Germany against Slovakia. Only one winner, and now you've got Belgium against Croatia, which is a tough because you've got good teams in here. You've got good players all from all the way around the world. So, but I reckon this is going to have to be Belgium's year. Personally, I reckon they could even beat Germany in the semis, in the quarters. Sorry, but that's going to be a tough one. You got France against Ukraine. I reckon France are at home. They're going to win that. And you got Wales against Austria. I do reckon Austria are going to win that because Austria don't have that much of a solid cutting team. So I picked that for a pure reason because Austria are all round, and I much would want Wales to get through, but I don't reckon they'll make it. I reckon we'll go down to penalties. I reckon, and then you got Switzerland v Spain, and there's only one winner going to come out of that. That's Spain. Just because Spain once again have a brilliant team, and they'll probably out try most teams in this instance. And you have England against Portugal, as I've said before, the replay of 2010 World Cup, and once again I still reckon Portugal are going to beat them because England somehow always manage to stuff things up. We've heard about England saying that if they make it the semis, it's a good World Cup, good Euros. But I don't reckon that's going to happen. I reckon they're going to get quarterfinals and lose on penalties again because they never seem to get past penalties. So I take Portugal, despite I would love England to get through. So Germany against Belgium. I want to say it's Belgium's year against Germany, but I just reckon it's going to be a year of the best. Already we've got Spain, Portugal. I'm going to have to tip Germany, not just because they've got a good team. It's just because they've got an amazing team. You just look through their team, theirs probably even better than Spain. So, put that into consideration. Unlucky for Belgium because I would like them to go all the way. And once again, as I've said, I reckon this is France's year. So it's an easy brainer for me. Therefore, we've got the easiest match of all of them because against Austria. So I do reckon they'll get through. So now we've got to the semis to see who will play each other in the final. So we have Spain, Portugal. That west side of Europe, tough rivalry. You always think of Spain and Portugal doing really well. But I do reckon Portugal will get it through. I don't know why, I just reckon Portugal will do well this year. Commiserations for Spain because I do think they have an amazing team, but once you hit that power spike, you kind of go down just like as we saw in the World Cup when they got knocked out in the group stage with Australia, as many people would know in this country. So I do reckon they hit their pot, they hit it now, and then they're just going down, and I reckon they just hit another little bump upwards, but they didn't make it that far enough to win it. So that's why I'm tipping Portugal to win this one. And then France, Germany, two amazing teams. And I do Germany are going to be the favourites to win that match, in particular with their amazing team. But I'm going to have to pick France because I reckon they will win it. So that's why I'm going to have to tip France. I reckon many people will tip France to win this year. But honestly, I do reckon that will be an amazing game. I even predict, if that's the final, a 2-1. I reckon France will win 2-1. Portugal will go 1-0 up, thanks to Ronaldo, and then they will lose 2-1. I've got a feeling. So then, yeah, I reckon that's what I think is going to happen in the Euros. Ignore that. But so yeah, so that was my first Euros. and football time of prediction, should we say? I might do one for the Premier League and maybe for the A League. Maybe for some other leagues as well in the future, like BBVA, Serie A, and Liga, but and the Bundesliga, of course. But I reckon we'll find out for that. But I would like to try and hit some consistency on this channel where I'll be uploading more. So till the Euros are happening, I might do a review of each match and see how each team played. Obviously, this is separate. Obviously I want that to happen just so I can be like a genius, but it's not going to happen. Soccer or football is an amazing game. Ups and downs, dark horses, anything can happen. Red Rooney might get sent off again. Who knows? But anyway, thanks for watching. This was Kapez here, and see ya.